There is a machine in your pocket, and it was built by people whose entire job was to make sure you could never put it down. It is not really a phone. It is a slot machine, one that pays out not in coins, but in something far more valuable. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how it works, why your willpower keeps losing to it, and the one change that finally breaks the spell. Here is the uncomfortable part. You already know you check your phone too much. You have promised yourself you would stop, and you have broken that promise, probably today. That is not because you are weak. It is because you are sitting across from some of the cleverest engineers on earth, and the game is quietly rigged against you. So let me show you the rig. Walk into any casino and watch the slot machines. Notice something strange. Nobody is forcing anyone to play. People pull the lever themselves again and again, long after they have stopped having fun. Psychologists have understood why since the 1950s. A researcher named B.F. Skinner put an animal in a box with a single lever. When the lever gave food every single time, the animal pressed it calmly, only when it was hungry. But then Skinner changed one thing. He made the reward unpredictable, sometimes food, sometimes nothing at all. And the animal began pressing that lever like it was possessed. This is called a variable reward, and it is the most powerful way to hold a brain's attention that science has ever found. The reward is not the hook. The uncertainty is the hook. Now, look down at your phone. You pull the screen down to refresh your feed. Sometimes there is something wonderful waiting. Sometimes there is nothing. You never know which, and that is the whole point. That pull to refresh gesture is the exact same motion as pulling the lever on a slot machine. That was not an accident. It was a decision. Now, here is where almost everyone gets it wrong. We are told the phone gives us little hits of dopamine, and that dopamine is the pleasure chemical. That is not quite true, and the truth is far more unsettling. Dopamine is not the chemical of pleasure. It is the chemical of wanting, of anticipation, of the chase. Scientists found this by measuring dopamine directly in the brain. It did not spike when the reward arrived. It spiked before, in the uncertain moment of maybe, and the less predictable the reward, the bigger the spike. Sit with that for a second. Your brain hands you its biggest surge, not when you get the like or the message or the video, but in the anxious half-second of reaching for the phone before you know what is there. The machine is not selling you pleasure. It is selling you the itch. And an itch, by design, can never be fully scratched. So why can you not simply decide to stop? Because every single part of the machine is engineered to defeat that decision. The little red notification badges. Red is the color your brain reads as urgent, as danger. The number that tells you 3 people want you right now. The feed that scrolls forever, so there is no bottom, no natural place to stop. Even the tiny pause before your feed loads is not slow internet. It is suspense, borrowed straight from the casino floor. Each of these seems trivial on its own. Together, they are a system, refined by teams of designers running experiments on millions of people to discover exactly what keeps a human thumb moving. Your thumb has been trained the way Skinner trained that animal, one unpredictable reward at a time. You are not a person who lacks willpower. You are a person bringing willpower to a gunfight. And here is the part they would rather you did not connect. Once you can see the slot machine pattern, you start to notice it everywhere, especially wherever your money is. The shopping app with a deal that is ending in 4 minutes, the trading app that turns your life savings into a game, complete with confetti and a satisfying swipe to buy. The Buy Now, Pay Later button, engineered to remove the sting of spending. The loot boxes in video games, which are, quite literally, gambling sold to children, All of it runs on the same engine, a lever, a variable reward, an itch you pay to scratch. Your attention was simply the first thing they learned to sell. Your money is the second. And it works for the same reason the phone works, because it reaches past the modern reasonable part of you and grips something much older, older than money, older than language, the part of you that only wants to know one thing. What happens if I pull the lever just one more time? So what actually breaks the spell? Not willpower. We have established that the machine eats willpower for breakfast. You have to attack the machine, not yourself. Take away the variable reward, and the magic dies. Turn off every notification that is not a real human being contacting you directly, and you disconnect the lever. Set your screen to grayscale. The engineers spent millions on those colors, so simply take the colors away. Log out of the app so there's a small wall of friction between the itch and the scratch. Leave the phone in another room and let the distance do the work your willpower cannot. And here is the strange reward for doing this. After a few genuinely uncomfortable days, the constant background hum of wanting begins to quieten. Your baseline resets, boredom returns, and boredom, it turns out, is exactly where your attention had been hiding all along. You were never truly addicted to your phone. You were caught inside a loop that was designed very deliberately to catch you. And a loop you can see is a loop you can break. So remember three things. The hook is unpredictability, not pleasure. The chemical is wanting, not liking. And the fix is friction, not willpower. Now, if an entire slot machine can be hidden inside a phone, what do you think is hidden inside the price tags you see every single day? Why does something priced at $9.99 feel so much cheaper than $10? That is a different trick aimed at a different part of your brain, and it may be the one quietly costing you the most. That is the next video. I will see you there.